Hey, welcome back to another video with me, Liam. Today we are looking at fixing some climbing holds. A lot of you have built some walls, you might have got some holds, you might have got some broken ones. We're going to look at fixing them. We're going to look at what to do if there's a cracked edge, which you can't use, filing that down, what to do if you've cracked where the screw hole is. The problem with hold is that a lot of these edges are too sharp. This edge becomes too sharp for your hands, and it actually is dangerous because part of the hold can flake off. To cover the first part of the video about fixing up a climb hold such as this one that's super sharp and super broken, we're just simply going to use a file and we're going to work our way into the hold and see what we can do. I'm going to use two files. I've got a flat file and a curved file. The curved file is just to have a bit of a play, because one thing you can do is maybe change the contours in this hold. I'm going to chuck the hold in the vise and we're going to work the edges. Now, when you're working the hold in the file, depending on how hard the hold is, you might want to clamp it with some wood because you don't want to damage the hold anymore. Now, I've started filing it like this, going in the grain, and as you can see there, part of the hold's going to flake off. And you need to be careful of this, that you really get rid of any of that material. Now, these actually, when you file down and through, they're quite soft materials. Each hold will be made of different stuff, but they're vaguely around the same, so you don't need to take much off to make it really smooth. Just be aware that you're not trying to make this as smooth as a piece of wood or something. You're just trying to take off those sharp edges, because what you don't want to do is take too much off and make it then unusable at a later date. So the second issue I found with broken holds is actually they break in where these screw holes would be. So when it comes to pinning, which helps stop your hole spinning, you actually have a problem. Now, this is a little bit of a tricky thing to solve because it's not as simple as just drilling a hole in there. You just want to be careful with how you drill and what angles you drill. Think about where on your hold you want the pin to be, and use a pilot hole first, because these holes, as you can see, have a tendency to crack. So you want to drill a pilot hole first and then drill it through. Another thing to think about is how big are the screws that you're going to be using on your wall. Now, I know that most of the screws I use are these screws here, which if I look at my screw box, tell me they are 4mm screws, and they are Z2 screws, which by the lovely thing at the back means they are 3.5mm in diameter. So when I'm thinking about my final drill bit, my final hole that I create, it needs to be bigger than that. It needs to probably be a 4mm drill at the start. The other process that we're going to do is we're going to use another drill to countersink the screw head a little bit. First thing I'm going to do is just drill a pilot hole with probably like a 2mm thing. It is maybe worth wearing eye protection at this point, just so you don't get any bits flinging off and piercing your eye. When you're drilling your first hole, just think about, you don't want to be too close to the bolt head here. You want to be somewhere else. You can drill two holes if you want. I'm only going to drill one because I only pin most of my holes with one screw. But don't be too close to the edge like here, because what will happen is as you drill, that bit will just flake off. So find somewhere. A lot of these holes have textured bits here, so I know if I drill here through with this bit, I am going to go. Remember, we're going to be using our pilot hole first to make sure we don't crack the hole. Now, once you've drilled the pilot hole, pick the actual drill bit you're going to use. I'm going to use a 4mm drill bit for the main bit of my hole to start with, because I know the screws are 3.5mm wide, so they will fit here perfectly. Remember, the screws aren't trying to bite the climbing hole itself, they're just trying to go through it. And finally, what we're going to do is we're going to drill a countersink hole. Now, if you have a countersinking device, you can use that, but I'm actually just going to use a bigger drill bit, probably something around 6mm itself, if not bigger, to create that countersink hole, because the effect means when that screw goes through, it will not be sticking out from the hold and will not get in the way. There we go, guys. We've fixed the hold up. Look, this is going to be our final product today. We've smoothed off the edge. It's nice and chill. We've got a new hole with the screw to go through, and it's countersunk to be nice. Thank you for watching today, guys. Like, comment, and subscribe. Stay safe and climb hard. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!